Hello, I am Mario 8 and welcome to Super Mario Bros. In Review, the show where I will be reviewing all 18 Super Mario Bros. Platformers and ranking them to find the ultimate Super Mario Bros. Game. You can find all the previous and future videos in the playlist linked in the description, but first, this week we will be visiting Super Mario Bros. 2 Japan, or the Lost Levels here in the States. Originally released in Japan in June of 1986, it didn't arrive overseas until it was remade and released in the Super Mario Bros. All-Stars collection in 1993 for the Super Nintendo. And even then, the version I played wasn't officially released until 2007 when it came out on the Wii Virtual Console. But why? Why did Nintendo hide this game for so long? Well, after the success of the original Super Mario Bros., Miyamoto turned his focus towards his next big venture, The Legend of Zelda. But Super Mario Bros. Was a huge success, and making a sequel was the obvious choice for Nintendo. As such, Takashi Tezuka stepped up as lead director. Now, not much is known about the full development of SMB 2, but Tezuka has been quoted as saying that given Japan's familiarity with the original, the development team wanted to make the sequel harder, to keep the audience from growing bored. And, well, they certainly did that. I walked into the Lost Levels knowing I wouldn't like it. I knew it was hard, and I remember online personalities complaining about how unfair it was. I'd only ever played it once. I got through a few levels on the Wii and put it down until, well, just right now. And you know what? I think I was wrong. But first, let's go through the story of Super Mario Bros. 2. King Bowser has stolen Princess Peach and is up to the Mario Bros. To save her. They do, the end. Yep. Pretty much the same as the first, and it isn't the only thing that is borrowed from the original. Everything is pretty much the same with a few tweaks here or there. The music is the same, but with an added ending theme after rescuing Peach. The sound effects are the same, but with an added sliding sound. The sprites are largely the same, but many have been updated somewhat nicely. Mushrooms now have little happy eyes, and clouds and bushes are no longer the same recolored sprite. Mobility, though, is probably the biggest difference. Mario controls the same, but he now bounces off enemies much higher. Luigi, on the other hand, jumps much higher than his bro and slides further when stopping. It was actually really fascinating to see how Luigi's physics differentiation started into the Lost Levels. I'd always assumed they got it from 2 USA. In fact, so many changes they added have permeated throughout the rest of the series. Attributes I had attributed to SMB 3 originated with 2 of the Lost Levels, and it's wild that the Mario team knew what they wanted to do so early on. That being said, I still do not like how these first 2 games control as a whole. I still want more aerial control, and I still want to start moving quicker. But enough about physics, how does the actual game shape up? Well, poorly. True to their word, the game is hard, but not in a fun way. Too many levels rely on leaps of faith where I just cannot see the platform I'm trying to land on, cannot see Mario himself, or by managing to find a block to get to the correct path. And the game actively disincentivizes the type of exploration that the first rewards. Hitting a block only to have a poison mushroom pop out sucks. And jumping over a flagpole only to find a warp zone that takes Mario back to level 1-1 really sucks. There were multiple areas where if I had taken a different path, it'd just have been an instant loss. On one level, I was supposed to get to an area, find a hidden block that was just high enough it was a pain to jump on, and then land on it with enough momentum to get atop a pipe further ahead. And this was in like World 1. Too much of the game relied on cheap tricks and not enough on actually challenging platforming. But as I said earlier, I didn't hate it, so why? Well, it's 2 reasons. One, whenever the game did have good challenging level design, it was fun. Really fun. I was flying through levels, dodging Hammer Bros, leaping over spinies, hitting the flagpole, and breathing out a sigh of relief. And 2, whenever I got to something I deemed cheap, I used the Switch's rewind feature to redo that area. So yeah, I cheated, and I cheated a lot. But you know what? It made the game playable, even with the new continue feature, which allowed Mario to start at the beginning of a world after getting a game over. I probably shaved an hour off of my playtime by rewinding, and it was worth it. But as a whole, it was all fun. A good majority of the levels were a good challenge, the physics were a big improvement over the original, and the new sprites made the game feel at least a little new. But even in the good levels, there's usually at least one bad jump, one bad puzzle, one silly flying blooper placement. I had thought about calling my shot and placing this dead last 18th place, and I'm still mostly confident it's going to land there anyway, but I actually had a good time. So today the ranking is now 2 Super Mario Bros. 2 The Lost Levels and 1 Super Mario Bros. And with that, I've passed what was probably my biggest hurdle with this in review, and I am so excited to get to playing the rest of this series. Up next being Super Mario Bros. 2 USA. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe leave a rating or sub to be notified of more. While you're down there, you can check the description for all of my socials where I'm at Mario8th everywhere. I'm on Twitter, Tumblr, and you can see what games I'm playing on ggApp.io. Also in the description is the playlist that every Mario in Review video will eventually be in. And if you'd like, let me know what your personal Mario ranking is in the comment section. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.